Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL. Daniel Saludo here, along with Andrew Chang. We are wrapping up the final two games of Week 1 of the 2020 NFL season, and they are both Monday Night Football games.
Doubleheader, baby.
And they're actually both quite interesting, if you ask me, especially this game, because the my Pittsburgh Steelers, get to play the New York Giants. The Steelers are the favorite here at -6, and the total is 46.5. So teasing gets Pittsburgh down to 0, and New York gets teased up to 12, and your over gets teased down to 40.5, and your under gets teased up to 52.5. He already knows this. Besides the fact it was written down and we had talked about it early, he already knows the fact that I'm kind of very high on my Steelers with Big Ben back, and this is a extremely winnable game for him. New York is just not that good outside of Saquon Barkley, so this is a quick smash hit. Steelers to win.
You don't like Evan Ingram? You don't like Danny Dimes?
I do, but this is hard for them to really do anything, and that defense is not good. That defense is rough to watch.
Say no more, fam. The Pittsburgh don't get to play the New York Giants. They get to trample all over the New York Giants.
It's not necessarily a trample. Well, that is the assumption, but if Ben plays and he kind of doesn't feel very comfortable, then they're not going to trample him. It's going to be a close game. So
dude, you still have the Pittsburgh defense starring.
That's fine.
With T.J. Watt.
Yeah, T.J. Watt, Mika Fitzpatrick, Joe Hayden. It's a great defense.
Yeah, that's an awesome defense.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Jay Connor is not a bad substitute for Le'Veon Bell. He stepped up to that role.
I don't know. He did it that first year. That second year, that second season last year, I don't know. I worry about injuries. This is a season of injuries and worry about injuries. If Ben gets hurt, we got issues. Juju gets hurt, we got issues. Connor gets hurt, we have issues.
I really want to count that season, though, because...
Oh, yeah. You don't count that season because there were so many injuries.
Well, not only that, but your quarterback situation just put so much on the backfield. Like, literally, it was as vanilla as you get. Run the ball as much as you can and throw it when you have to. Yeah, so of course, if you run the ball like 9 times out of 10, guess what? We're gonna have a defensive scheme that'll stop the run.
Yeah, and that's what happened what happened at the end of the season. That's what made it rough. But it's a new season, as we've said, and this is kind of it's not a gimme. No game is ever a gimme, but this is a game that I feel extremely comfortable with. It's very high up on my list of teasing this week. Steelers 0, tease to 0, go and win it.
Yeah, I think this is pretty clear cut and dry. Danny is always high on his Pittsburgh Steelers.
You're always high on the Texans.
No, I'm very real with the Texans.
I'm very real with the Steelers too.
I'm not high on the Texans.
I'm extremely real with the Steelers too.
Or else I would have bet the Texans on my little KC teaser, but I did not.
You would have hit. It would have hit.
That's not the point, Danny. That's not the point. First of all, that's another video for another time, but the Texans really struggle to score. Anyways, as I was saying. But
yeah, where are you at? Where are you at on this game?
Hey, dude, I think I'm not really interested in the totals, but I'm interested in seeing Big Ben have a comeback. Like Danny said, Saquon is the only thing I got to worry about, even though I have Evan Ingram on my team.
It's good tight end and a half.
Yeah.
Good tight end and a half.
I just, I think that Pittsburgh will just run through these Giants, no problem.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't necessarily say no problem. It should be a good score line. It won't be like, playing Cincinnati, basically, playing Cincinnati last season.
But
it's an extremely winnable game that they are supposed to win and should win.
Right, and we're just taking Pittsburgh to win because if we tease it, that's all they got to do.
I would not bet this game at -6 Pittsburgh. Absolutely not.
Oh, God, don't get me started. I think it was like 3 seasons ago, Pittsburgh -7 against the Patriots.
I don't know. I wasn't betting back then.
Yeah.
I wasn't betting back then.
Guess what? Pittsburgh wins by 7 points. Vegas gets it down to the dot.
Yeah, they do.
That's why you got to tease it.
Actually, a quick note on the totals. Pittsburgh tends to be a little more conservative and slow early in the season. So the under's not a bad choice in this, to be honest. If I were to double up on this game, it would be Pittsburgh tees to 0, under 52.5. That would be my lean towards the total.
And I would just like Pittsburgh.
Yes, and that's where we're at. So both of us like Pittsburgh 0. Just go win it and pay us the money.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Yep.
And that's going to happen.
So one more game to go. We will do that in the next video. But until then, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, tick the bell notification, select all on it so you get to know exactly when we are putting up our next video. But until then, make sure you get your bets out there. I know I am for at least one of these games, for this game especially. So get it in on time, of course, and don't forget to be a tease.